Hi, my name is Sarah Marcos from BlueSusanMakes.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make these cute wristlet key fobs. They're perfect for clipping on a set of keys, throw them in your purse, and they make your keys so much easier to find. These also make great teacher gifts. They're great for Mother's Day or birthdays, and they sew up so quickly that they are the perfect thing to make to sell at craft fairs. I've made hundreds of these little key fobs, and I just wanted to show you all my tips and tricks today to teach you how to make them yourself. First of all, you're going to need some scraps of fabric, a little bit of felt, and a swivel clasp for each keychain you want to make. When you're buying your swivel clasp, there's a couple things you need to pay attention to. You'll need a 1-inch swivel clasp, and you'll have to pay particular attention when you're buying these because the measurements are taken from the outside and from the inside. When it says 1-inch swivel clasp, sometimes that means 1 inch from the outside and not 1 inch width on the inside. So you're looking for clasps that have a 1-inch width on the inside of the clasp. Unfortunately, I bought about 100 of the ones that are just a little small, and we're going to use the little bit small one today. And as you can see, it does make it a little snug up top, but it doesn't really matter if you make the mistake like I did. We're going to cut a long strip of fabric that's 4 inches wide by 13 inches long. And you'll also need to cut a little strip that's 1.5 inches wide and 3.5 inches long. You're also going to need to cut a strip of felt that's a little less than 1 inch wide. Batting also will work instead of felt. We're going to start by taking our larger strip of fabric and fold it in half lengthways and press it to form a crease down the center. And then open up the strip and press the raw edges toward the center crease. And as you do that, leave about a little less than 1/4 of an inch, anywhere from an 1/8 inch to 1/4 of an inch gap on the inside. Then fold your fabric one more time and match those folded edges to press everything nice and flat. Next, open a fold and insert a strip of batting into one side. Then you refold all your folds and press. Take some clips or pins and pin it all together so that it stays put, especially if you're making more than one. As time goes by, those folds just naturally unfold themselves. Next, take it to the machine and stitch along each side about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. I usually increase my stitch length to about 3.5 or 3.7 for top stitching so that it makes it look a little nicer. But you can experiment to see what you like. Trim off the extra felt that hangs past the edge and any loose threads. Thread the strip through the swivel clasp and then bring both of the short ends together and slightly overlap them. Then we're going to just set this right under the machine and sew them together with a zigzag stitch. I usually sew back and forth 3 or 4 times. If it's hard to get it started at the first, go ahead and start sewing in the middle of the two ends so that it doesn't wiggle around on you too much as you go. Next, we're going to prepare the small strip of fabric. Fold the fabric strip lengthwise into thirds and press. I usually fold one side in and then fold the other side up, and just make sure that final raw edge is sitting right in the center of that strip. Rotate the strap so that the zigzag stitches are about 3/4 of an inch or about 1 inch away from that swivel clasp. Then take your folded pressed small strip and tuck a short end of the strip between the 2 straps and then wrap the strip around the key fob, hiding the zigzag stitches. Then tuck the second end right inside next to the first end. Add a little clip to keep it together. Sew along each side of the fabric strip to hold it in place. I usually backstitch and sew over it a second time. And there you have it, a cute little gift to give or to use for yourself. These are so quick to make, you are definitely going to want to make more. You can make a few of them at once and sew probably 3 or 4 in an hour. Now that you've made one, you may want to make some variations. You could make the strap wider or narrower. I've even made a bunch with a little leather strip wrapped around to hide the stitches. And there's more details about how to add that on the tutorial on my blog if you just go to bluesusanmakes.com and type in Wristlet Key Fob. If you like this tutorial, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Find more sewing tips and tutorials at bluesusanmakes.com. Until next time, happy sewing!